Hello and welcome back to this Terraria Let's Play. I'm very excited for this video in particular because we are finally going to go down into the underground jungle and do some exploring. I wanted to do this for the last, probably honestly, 2 videos, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it, and especially last video I just kept dying. As you can see, the daytime has just about begun, so I'm not going to waste time. We're going to go out and we're going to hopefully find some really good stuff. I am thinking to store some stuff in the piggy bank while we have the chance. Also because I don't want to fill up my inventory too quick, assuming that we're going to find quite a lot of loot. I'm trying to put stuff in here that won't really be stackable with anything else that we find in the underground jungle. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I'm now heading over to the entrance that I started some time ago before episode 3. On the way, I do want to collect some bamboo. I don't really know why I've decided to do this now because I definitely won't find any underground. But I just feel like it's about time I got some. Although with that said, I don't want to hang around too long because clearly that's not going to work out too well for me. So I'm going to hop up here and head right back down to where I began exploring. I think I just about made it to a level where things started to get a little bit difficult. I've also just realized the last time I came down here I had my umbrella. I don't have that this time, so I'm just going to have to hope that I don't take too much damage when I make maneuvers like that. Did I open this? Yes, of course. Although that would be pretty good to get a hold of the chest, so I will take that now. I didn't explore down here, although there doesn't seem to be too much there. Oh my goodness, I've just realised there is a chest right here that I missed. How funny is that? Well, I will take that too. If we pop down here, so this is the area where things started to get a little bit tougher. And that was not very good play there by me. What's down here? The worst part about the underground jungle has to be the hornets, especially in early game when the character is typically not very equipped to manage them. Alright, this isn't looking too bad so far. I'm kind of happy with how this is going. I have also just realised I completely do have my umbrella and it was in my hotbar the whole time, so that's a little bit of a silly miss from me. Let's jump down here. Oh goodness. Let's not die. Let's not die, please. Oh my god. I'm going to hop up here for a second because that was way more intense than it needed to be. I'm also curious as to why I've got coloured slimes as opposed to jungle slimes. Regardless, let's hop down because I do want to get back to that minecart track. I'm just camping here while I let my life regenerate a little bit. What is this? A beetle. Violet husk. Cool. I think that's a dye, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I just wanted to let my life regenerate a little bit before I really ventured down here. Clearly, we can see there's a lot. We've got 16 enemies nearby. We've got spiked jungle slimes. We've got the man-eaters. We've got the hornets. We've got the whole party. And I definitely don't want to go down there without as much preparation as I can possibly have for it. This is not good news, though. This hornet seems to be very keen to get through this gap here. I also do feel like the fact that I've stayed here quite long has allowed for more enemies to spawn because now there are 20 enemies nearby. I'm gonna have to go down at some point. It's just difficult when there's 2. Hopefully I can avoid the attack. Okay, 1 down, about 1 million to go. This man-eater is definitely also getting in the way. I'm going to try and boomerang him as and when I can. If I hold the boomerang in this direction, hopefully I will be able to hit him as much as possible. Oh dear. Not really a huge fan of backup hornets kind of flying in as soon as I've defeated one, but we can go with that. Can we keep the slime busy? Oh dear. This is not good news. Drink a healing potion. Blood moon is rising. That's not good news. To be honest, none of this is good news. I need to be very careful here. Alright, I've locked myself into this shelter just because I cannot risk dying just as I get back down here. I'm going to wait for my health to regenerate a little bit and then we can properly start hunting for loot. I'm really hoping to get a cloud in a bottle. I think that would be one of the best things we could find at this point in the game. And I have to admit, I was watching 1 or 2 other Terraria videos between uploading my own, and I discovered a few new things with the 1.4.5 update that I really want to discover as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a tortoise that you can find in the underground desert that digs for you. I would love to acquire that for myself hopefully at some point soon, I'm going to take a risk here and just start running through, light my way as I go. Now, I can't say that I saw much, but I'm going to run back through and see if anything catches my eye. In case you don't know much about Terraria, if you find a minecart track, that usually means at some point along the rail you will come across treasure. Now, I don't know why this hornet is attacking me. There seems to be something glowing down here in the bottom right, and I'm not sure whether it's jungle spores. Okay, I rode the track to remove myself from that environment. This is tough. This is very, very tough. And now we've got a slime on its way to ambush me. I have to admit, I really thought I was going to be strong enough to kill the slime upon impact there, but I was gravely mistaken. Oh, and it's the blood moon still. Brilliant. Well, seeing as we're back up here, let me see if I can stack anything into the piggy bank. Just the coins, okay. Seeing as I have nothing better to do, I'm going to go out into the blood moon and see what damage I can cause. I'm being ambushed from every angle possible. Whoa, I did not realize there was a whole congregation underneath. I have to say, at nighttime, the bats are almost undetectable, which is not very good news at all. Okay, it does look like the blood moon has just ended though, so any of the mobs that we have just been facing aren't looking to be hostile anymore. I think I'm going to build some sort of rope all the way down, so hopefully... Oh, I didn't actually realise there was water at the bottom here. And would you look at that? I've just realised there is a chest. Oh, I suppose I did find this before. Okay, all right, let's head back to the underground jungle and retrieve our gold. This better not be a repeat of last video because I was starting to go a little bit crazy by the end of it. What you don't know as well is that last video was over an hour longer than what the final product ended up being. That kind of gives you an idea of quite how much cutting out and editing I had to do as a result of the amount of times I kept dying. All right, we're going to umbrella down here, hopefully a bit more graciously than the first time he came down just a minute ago. There doesn't seem to be anything too dangerous, so that's a positive, although I did very marginally just miss that slime. Before anything has the chance to spawn, I'm going to scoot right back on down here, although we do have that worm that's now going to bother us. I'm going to zoom all the way through here, take a healing potion, and zoom all the way back, now just lighting up the place as and where I can. Life crystal there, don't think I didn't see it. And now if I quickly mine through this before I'm ambushed, we can go back down here and hopefully find that nasty slime. There we go, that killed him on impact. We are back where we started. So, oh, okay. And there is something shooting at me. All right, we managed to get the hornet. When I say we, I'm definitely talking more so my finch. We can pop down here to see what's going on. I do worry that with an open space like this, there is going to be the opportunity for more hornets to spawn and therefore more projectiles to inevitably be thrown my way. I don't know how to go about this. Maybe I'm going to throw a glow stick. Oh goodness, okay, that goes down very far. I can also see honey blocks, so that suggests that there is a beehive nearby, which is good news, I suppose. Oh, okay. Right, we need to be mindful of how close we're getting. All right, slowly but surely, I feel like I'm getting better. Oh, and here we are. Speaking of the beehive, you want to be careful when you're near a beehive because there is the possibility that you swing or throw something through a wall and accidentally open the larvae. Am I going crazy? I can see something glowing here. Let's use another glow stick and see what we're working with down here. Okay, another long drop. And just like that. Oh, okay, I did not see you there. And now we've got a fairy. That's cool. I saw the direction she came from, so I want to... Oh, I can't catch her. Why did I think I could catch the fairy? That's strange. I'm unable to get past this man-eater at this very moment in time. Yeah, I don't want to risk that. I don't want to die. I'm considering getting some honey blocks, but I'm just unsure whether it's really super necessary. I think I just need to get rid of this man-eater before I even think about proceeding. Brilliant. Let's hop through here. Ah, she's led me to another minecart track. So for those of you that don't know, if you find a pixie or a pixie finds you, that, oh goodness, okay, that means that they are trying to guide you to some sort of treasure. Can I heal again? I'm not sure. I need to heal. I think I accidentally just abandoned the pixie. So I need to figure out where she was leading me to. Oh, goodness. Oh, there is a lot going on down here. Also, apologies for the loud clicking, I am aware. Okay, this minecart track clearly has led us to quite a lot of treasure. And we've got a pixie, a fairy even. I keep calling them pixies. We've got a fairy here trying to guide me to some treasure, which I believe, yes, is that chest. Let me deal with this slime and then I can go ahead and collect that loot. That's not a risk I'm willing to take. I'm just going to dig through here, dig through this mahogany tree. All right, exciting stuff. First chest found in an underground mahogany tree. What have we got here? Balloony beads, vanity, featherfall. I feel like this is supposed to be really good. Now, not as a weapon per se, but I feel like plant collection, there's something to do with that where that's a very useful item. Oh, I'll need to figure out what that is and remind myself how all of that works. But okay, good find. Light up the area a little bit more while there doesn't seem to be anything flying around. Always have to take advantage of that. If there's no hornets, progress, proceed. Okay, oh, there's a big vein of ore. That could be useful. What's this here? Is this some sort of underground tree? I guess so. Okay, let's continue back along the path, just being cautious and lighting up the way. Oh, okay, we've got a hornet over there. I'm going to heal and then I'm going to kill those mobs on impact, hopefully. Let's hop down here because there is a golden chest, which is always lovely to find as well. I have to admit, I'm not sure whether I'm a huge fan of the jungle spores being invisible now. I think it's cool that they are now just a mysterious glow, but I think they looked pretty good before. I guess it's just personal preference. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we've got some good stuff in there. I will also take the chest, of course. I'm still trying to figure out the best direction to go. I don't want to go down quite yet while I've still got this minecart track to discover, so I think I'm just going to zoom up again. Let's see what's on the end here. Got a body of water. Kill you because you just tried to kill me. I'm kind of just zooming through, hoping to knock into the mobs on the way around. I'm going to pick up these hearts that I missed. Heal again. Need to move carefully. Not sure what's down there, but okay, it's just a man-eater. This jungle slime is definitely going to get down here at some point, so I need to be mindful that... Okay, so I did not mean to do that. I actually meant to change to my boomerang, but for whatever reason in my head that was number 8. What we're going to do is quick stack anything that we can in the piggy bank again. How much money have we got? Where is my money? Ah, here. Let's get the pylon. What? I'm so confused. What has changed since last episode when he was offering it to now? Is it because it's nighttime? How bizarre that he's not selling the pylon anymore. Hopefully that changes. Anyway, seeing as it's night, I'm going to sort out the area a little bit. I'm going to replace these torches in the walls with jungle torches. There we go. I think I want to keep the ones in the house normal. There we go. I can also destroy this little connecting bit there. I'd definitely like to figure out what I want to do in terms of buildings and developing the area. If you look on the map here in the top right where this platform is, I definitely want to develop this open space connecting all of these different areas of land. Okay, it is daytime once again and we're going to go back down to the underground jungle. Now I do have a gravitational potion. However, I'm not planning to use it just yet. I think we can use that later on in the video. So let's hop right back up here. Oh, snatcher. Okay, we don't need these spawning on the surface. Thank you very much. I'm already feeling a lot more confident to go back down there after our last excursion, especially because I didn't end up back here due to a death, but instead my own misclick. Let's zoom over here and then make our way back down to where the beehive is, into the honey, and right back to the minecart track. Now I'm going to make the most of the time I have before everything starts to spawn in around me and just double check that I didn't miss anything on the first look. I would like to hop up there if I can make the jump. Yes, I'm going to take a risk and just zoom all the way over here. I have to say this is truly my worst nightmare. Let me try the wand of sparking. I feel like I never really used this. Wow, that was way more successful than I thought it was going to be. Dare I say this might be one of my new favorite weapons, at least for this current stage. All right, I'm going to go down here now. Okay, we've got another fairy. There is a hornet in here somewhere, yeah. So I just want to be very careful. It looks like there is also a golden chest in there. There sure is. Okay, so I've lit up the area, but I can't help but notice these 3 dart traps. And yes, that looks like explosives. So I'm actually not going to open that yet, at least until I've deposited my cash into the piggy bank at spawn. And that was completely my fault, the fact that I just died there. Although not too bad, because we have found the life crystal and we have also found an underground shrine, which is very, very exciting. I also want to say that I figured out that the merchant isn't very happy with the angler being his neighbor, so that's probably why he's not selling the pylon anymore. Although with that said, that doesn't really make sense to me because he was offering it yesterday. Right, what's in this chest? Of course, another staff of regrowth. All right, venturing down into the jungle more, I've just realized there's another heart crystal. Oh, and another one up here. All right, I want to move carefully here because I'm definitely going to be shot at from the dark, of course. I'm going to use my wand of sparking to see if I can hit anything through here. Doesn't look like it. All right, I keep getting hit by those hornets and it's proving to be quite tough because I'm unable to really see who's where. And oh goodness, okay, there is a lot going on down there. There is a life crystal and I would like to get my hands on that. However, I'm also trying to stay alive. I'm going to try this invisibility potion. I can't recall ever using one of these before, but if I'm not mistaken, does it make me hidden from the monsters? I hope so, because he's still looking at me. So I have a feeling he knows I'm here. Does it mean maybe projectiles can't hit me? Oh, okay. No, it doesn't mean that at all. What does this even do then? I'm ready to recall to spawn point if I need to. Yeah. All right, well, we've got a couple more life crystals to add to the collection. Large staff, nimble, crow's beak, jungle torch, water walking. That could be useful, maybe. Right, I think it's time to use a gravitation potion and see if we can find any floating islands in our world. For those of you that don't know, floating islands are, well, as you can see here, quite literally floating islands. And you can find these houses with different bits of loot in these chests. So we're going to take that. Later in the game, you can acquire things such as wings, which would make it much easier to find floating islands and explore the world up high. However, at that point in the game, the loot absolutely isn't worth it. So it's better to get the loot in the early game like I am doing just now. You can see up here, the potion has got 25 seconds left. So if we don't find one now, we might be a little bit screwed in terms of our landing. If I can land in the ocean, that would be brilliant. Am I going to take damage? No, yay. Maybe I'll collect some palm wood while I'm here. I'm just trying to collect different resources while I'm in a position to do so. Then maybe I'll build the angler a house here on the seashore and I can move someone else next to the merchant for us to get the pylon. I'm not going to do anything too crazy for the time being. However, I would like to at least lay out my vision for the future. I'd like a house that hovers over the sea a little bit. We need 2 doors, one on either side, and enough walls. The workbench is also classed as a valid table for NPC housing, and I did just quickly check the housing menu and he has decided to move in. I also want to quickly check because I did see, yes, what is this? Axe of regrowth, 125% axe power, creates grass on dirt, increases alchemy plant collection when used to gather, plants acorns when cutting down trees. That sounds kind of crazy in the best way. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make that. I wasn't actually aware that this was even something you could make. I'm not biggest fan of the forge that we've ended up with, but we can change that in the future. I'm actually going to replace my sword with this axe because it does do more damage. I want to kind of test this out. Oh goodness, another blood moon. Right, let's go home. I wonder why these man-eaters are spawning on this one particular block next to the platforms. I don't even see a block of grass. Ooh, okay, things are getting dangerous. Let's make our way back home. Right, let me check my inventory, see what I do and don't need. Actually, I can quick stack some stuff into the nearby piggy bank. And then hopefully bloody tear. All right, I'm not sure what that is. I have to check that out in a second. And I believe this was a mango because I did accidentally hover my mouse over it when it dropped. Am I correct? Yes. Let's just quickly pop back in here. What's the bloody tear? Summons the blood moon. I'm not sure why I'd ever want to do that, but cool. The bride. I've never seen this before. I thought it was an NPC for a second. She was tough. Oh, I got a wedding dress and another bloody tear. Right, let's see this then, because it says it automatically... Oh, it does automatically replant acorns. I love that. You got pineapple. All right, well, seeing as I've got the opportunity to, I'm going to move the guide. This house is missing a table. No, it isn't. This room is too small. Oh my goodness, have these platforms divided the room into two? No wonder he wasn't very happy. Right, okay, I'm going to have to build a separate house for myself. I think for now I'll just put the bed down here, which also doesn't really seem to be a great choice, but I think it's the only choice I have at this very moment in time. If I do that and then I'm careful here, I can maybe block this off temporarily and build a bit more of a safe, livable area for everyone. I need to be very cautious and remember that this is now breaking my spawn point. Bedroom is missing a wall. And it has to be in the bedroom. Looks like I've got a new mission then, which is to build myself a little house. 15? Yeah, 15 will do. Back into the Oh, of course, because I didn't set the spawn point yet. I should have done it manually. That is very annoying. But you know what? It's been a while since I've been back here, so let me quick stack. Yeah, let's quick stack into the chests where most of my stuff is. Initially, I wanted to be kind of organized with how the chests were. However, I've come around to the idea much more to just kind of have them randomly, sporadically laid out with no particular order. Just having a little look at what I can now craft. Nothing super exciting if I'm honest. What's this? Fisher's powder. And what is this? Gender change potion. What on earth? Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to question it. I'm going to quickly go and collect these flies because I think they are good fishing bait. Speaking of, I think next video, although it's not really my cup of tea, I do know that early on in the game you can actually acquire some pretty good stuff via the crates that you find. So I think that will be the goal next episode. This is a bit of a spontaneous end to the video, but it feels like it makes sense after that little mishap I just had there with the magic mirror. If you have any tips, tricks, or insights that you would like to share with me for this series, please do comment below. Also comment below in general how you're feeling about this series. Please do leave a like as well. That would mean the absolute world. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.